right, shalom, shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. First and foremost, we're going to start off this lesson by giving all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and have taught us this word in truth and sincerity and peace and mercy to the hopeful elect. All right? Starting with the 144,000 that's teaching this word in truth and sincerity, and the innumerable multitude that sincerely believe upon the names of the Lord Yahweh and his only begotten Son Yahweh Shai. All right, so in today's class will be another edition of Doomsday Prophecies, and we're going to get into multiple topics as multiple things are going on, and to be honest, as time speeds up and as we get closer and closer to the return of our Lord Yahweh Shai, the great time of testing, followed by the great nuclear destruction, World War III, that will befall upon America. There's going to be so many things happening at once, So, we might have a direct topic concerning an event, and we might not, because so many different things are happening at once, man. As I'm going to open up with this precept here, as perplexities, right, will increase.
So,
let's get that real quick. Okay.
Beautiful.
So we can go to Luke 21.
That's right.
Okay. So Luke 21 and let's see, what's 25? Yeah. I'll just get right to the point. So Luke 21 25, and this is in the King James. So it says, let me see what I'll start at 23. It says, "But woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days," right? What days? The latter days, the days of Jacob's trouble, the height of Jacob's trouble. For there shall be distress in the land and wrath upon the people, right? And, for this point here where it says, "But woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck," that's actually towards everybody who's not of the elect. Okay?
That's right. That's right.
Because the Lord is going to protect the elect and their children and their families, as he said in many other chapters and verses.
Beautiful.
So,
Straight.
it says here, verse 24, "And they shall fall by the edge of the sword and shall be led away captives into concentration camps," right? "Into all nations." Historically, this is history, going into 70 AD, the great falling away, or also known as the diaspora, the Israelite diaspora. But that which is then is now. And this is going to play out again. 70 AD is going to play out again in America and throughout the four corners of the earth. But the thick of it will be in America, as that's the prophetic destination of destruction. Okay? But instead of us being scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, we're going to be brought into concentration camps, man. Some of us will be in the wilderness. Some of us will be in concentration camps. So it says, "And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captives into all nations, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the time the Gentiles be fulfilled," right? And that's them going through their rulerships, as Daniel foreseen, right? But this is the main point here.
Beautiful.
So it says, because the Gentiles, they all had their time living in the land of Israel. You have Ishmael took over that place, and now you're left there with Ishmael and Amalek.
That's right.
So we're at the end of that time of the Gentiles having their time and having their rule and their reign.
That's right.
So
The bastard, and the
yeah,
wild man.
God,
According to
exactly.
prophecy, it's in the
Yeah,
scripture. Yeah. Go ahead, brother.
that's right. So the main verse here, the point, it says verse 20, Luke 21 and 25, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations
Mm-hmm.
with perplexity,
Peace.
right? The sea and the waves roaring, men's heart failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are on the earth, right? Which is
That's
what's
right.
going to come upon the earth. You're going to have nuclear destruction.
Mm-hmm.
And before the great nuclear destruction, you're going to have, or right alongside with the nuclear destruction, you'll have chariots, the hosts of heaven, all right? Um, with Yahweh leading it, okay, which are called so-called UFOs or UAPs,
That's
all right?
right.
And hey, they brought out,
I
it
like
was
you and
brought
peace
out that,
better.
yeah, UAPs. It was brought out that there's a flying object towards Earth
Yeah,
that's
that's the spirit. Go ahead,
the
brother.
size of Manhattan, all right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Apostle Star did a lesson on another object, flying object, that's half that Esau says half the size of the sun. And I'm pretty sure he had mentioned this weekend on their street ministry
Mm-hmm.
that you could fit, I think, 1.3 million Earths in the sun, and you got a chariot that's half the sun on the way, and a flying object half the sun on the way to Earth. So when you read the scripture about the skies being covered dark, black, it makes sense.
That's right.
That chariot is huge, man. A lot of great things are coming upon this earth, man, and people are gonna lose, for a lack of a better term, they're gonna lose their shit
Absolutely.
completely,
Complete war.
literally and mentally,
Mm-hmm. Salaki.
right?
Complete war. Yeah. Beautiful.
Yep. As the scripture says here, men's heart failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the
Mhm.
powers of heaven shall be shaken.
That's right.
Okay.
That's
All
right.
your top generals, right, lieutenants, and the technologies, the fighter jets, when they see the fathership, which Yahweh Shai is going to roll up in, right, they're going to lose their shit, man. They are going to be in perplexities, nonetheless, within their minds, their emotions. But the Lord's going to put a spirit on them to fight anyways, because
That's
this
right.
is the Lord's show. This is Yahweh Bashim Shai's show.
Mm-hmm. That's
Okay.
right. That's right.
And this is the last verse. And then shall they see the Son of Man, you see, coming in a cloud with great power and great glory.
All praises to Yahweh Shem Shai. Beautiful. And with this, the Lord's elect, spirit of prophecy will be on them, and they will be comforted. And I'm
Yeah.
going to go to, I have precept just
Hmm.
to touch on that beautiful point about the woe and the condition of them versus the condition of the elect. So First Corinthians, if you could get it for me, Baba Kashab. I got First Corinthians 14. I'm going to read just 4 verses from there because these are prophecies.
King James.
Yeah, straight. That's straight from there. I'm going to read 4 verses because, simply put, I just want to say a quote before I read it. Because it's powerful. Because we're taking comfort, and we're being exhorted while all of this is happening, and the Holy Spirit has to be upon us for this to take place. So the quote that I was going to quote is because you said it there and you brought it out in Luke 21 at the end as well. It says, you know what? I'm going to leave the quote alone. Let's go to the scriptures, right? Take comfort. So I'm
Sure.
just going to so start at verse 1. I'm going to read to 4. Okay, just to the point. Just to the point. So it says, follow after charity and desire spiritual gifts, but rather that you may prophesy. You see? So the elect will have that charity that goes into the obedience when you go into it, right? They're going to be led of the Spirit, right? They're going to be guided, right? And desire spiritual gifts. So the desire is going into inspiration as well when you go into it, the highest order, like our Savior. Okay, spiritual gifts, and it says,
Yeah,
verse.
yeah, that's what you should
Mhm.
want.
Take your time. Yes, take your time. Go
No,
ahead.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Verse 2, First Corinthians 14
Oh,
and 2.
Slack. Let me just mention this then. If you're gonna go to the next
Take your time.
verse.
Take your time.
But what's important in this verse, as it says, follow after charity, right? Which is among one another. Being
Hmm.
there with the brother for the brothers, and
See,
also the top form of charity is prophesying and teaching the truth.
that's right.
It's a form of charity, but you got everything else under that. It's also a form of charity and desire spiritual gifts, right? But it says, but rather that ye may prophesy. So, the top spiritual gift to
Hmm.
receive is prophecy.
That's right.
That's the top spiritual gift, right? And the
Right. That's it.
144,000 and the innumerable multitude have the gift of prophecy. What do I mean by that? Because the innumerable multitude are not going to prophesy per se, but
Hmm.
there's two sides to the coin of prophecy. One side is being able to teach it. One side is being able to understand it, and the other side is being able to teach it.
That's right.
Okay, so I'll say it like this: the 144,000, they have the ability, right, which is given to them by the Heavenly Father through His Son, to understand prophecy and
Hmm.
teach it.
That's right.
While the innumerable multitude, they might not prophesy and teach prophecy, they'll have dreams and explain their dreams.
Hmm.
Okay, but nevertheless, they have the spirit to understand prophecy.
That's right. And their lives is going to
They're-
be will come through that understanding because the Spirit is with them.
Yeah. So therefore, both groups have the spirit of prophecy, and both
Beautiful.
groups have the testimony of Yahweh Shai, because prophecy points to Yahweh Shai. Before Yahweh Shai came on the scene,
Hmm.
prophecy, the law, and the prophets pointed to him, right? Back to 2,500 years ago. Now, as we're coming to the end of this man's rulership, guess what? All prophecy still points to Yahweh Shai returning, coming back, his second coming. So you cannot claim to have the spirit of prophecy if you're not testifying Yahweh Shai. You're on the testimony of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai.
Straight. Beautiful. Um, yeah. So the point is going to just be in verse 4. I'll read verse 2. Simply put, 1 Corinthians 14 and 2, it says, for he that speaketh in an unknown tongue speaketh not unto men, but unto our power. For no man understandeth him, howbeit in the spirit he speaketh mysteries. Simply put, the unknown tongues just going into other languages. There's a lot of men from the great millstone that the Lord has erected from other lands that speak in other tongues. Simply put, but nevertheless, even though they speak mysteries, if you do not understand them, they're speaking to the Lord, but they're speaking in the spirit of prophecy, simply put. But I just wanted to just make that clear, right? That it's on the unknown tongue there is going into different languages, starting with the Hebrew tongue, okay, the Lashwan Kadash, the Paleo Hebrew, okay. So simply
Mm-hmm.
put, mm-hmm. All right. And verse 3, point is in verse 4, finishing it up. It says, First Corinthians 14 and 3, but he that prophesieth speak unto men to edification. You see, right? Going back to the teaching and exhortation and comfort. That's the word right there. So when we're going through what Luke 21, we will be comforted, right? And that's the process that has already started. But the men of the Lord and their families, they're going to be comforted, okay? And they're going to be prophesying, starting with prophets, right? And the teachers and so forth like that. And of course, those that are under, meaning that of the great multitude, they're going to be comforted as well, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's the word right there I want to emphasize is comfort as well going through the time because it's not going to be a walk in the park. Okay. It's not going to be a walk in the park, but we will be comforted. Right? First Corinthians 14 and 4. He that speaketh in that unknown tongue edifieth himself, but he that prophesied edifieth the church. Right? Going into the house of David. That word there should be the house of David. That's what is going on there. And you're going to have men from all different walks that the Lord has raised up. Okay, and they'll be prophesying in different languages. The eternal scenes, the final prophecy in regards to the MOTB and all the other prophecies that will be filled into the MOTB. Okay, so it will edify the house of David. All right, but anyway, that's the point on that.
Okay, so let's get to these clips here. So the first clip I got here, this is from Jason A. Demons are on the earth in 2025, and the demons have always been on the earth. And when you go into the word demon, it just means an evil spirit or also intelligence. Okay. So, hey, fair use. None of the videos that we played in this lesson and the channels on this panel own any copyrights or own the copyrights to these videos, and we're not making any money from these videos. So fair use. We are just showing it for educational purposes only. Okay.
A Bible where they used a taser. Police say they found him across the city in a backyard, naked, holding a Bible, where they used a taser to bring him down.
He said that he was Jesus, and there was really no reason whatsoever given. It was a completely random choosing of the victims.
And was walking down the street naked when he spotted him.
I think he said something about I'm Christian soldier or something, and then we were like, what the F? He turns around and sees us, and that's when he, starts running at full sprint, and that's when we get inside.
APD says Ninecker was holding a Bible, telling officers he was Jesus before officers used a taser to take him into custody.
His mannerisms were erratic, and he was saying that stuff about power of Christ compels you.
Detectives say they're still trying to understand what drove Ninecker's actions that day.
We're still looking into the drug portion of it. He could have been under the influence of narcotics. It might not necessarily be all attributed to mental illness, so we're still investigating all that.
Walt, we're learning new details about this bizarre and tragic incident that sprawled across the town of Austin, but started right here at this Target parking lot. But today I spoke with a witness that tells me they saw Ethan get arrested in their neighborhood, but not before he charged at them completely naked. On Monday afternoon, Austin police say 32-year-old Ethan Ninecker opened fire at a North Austin Target off Highway 183 and Olin, killing a Target employee in the parking lot. He then shot a grandfather and his 4-year-old granddaughter sitting in their SUV.
The actions of the suspect showed a complete disregard for human life.
Investigators say the victims, 24-year-old Hector Martinez Machuca and 65-year-old Adam Chow and his 4-year-old granddaughter, were targeted at random. Ninecker is charged with 2 counts of capital murder and 1 count of murder. Police say he stole.
And that's the thing. Nothing's random, right?
That's right.
Unbeknownst to these people, they see these events as random events, but as time goes on, it's going to be very, very clear that the Lord is visiting the earth. That's what's going on. As we continue in this clip, you're going to see that these guys who went and killed and murdered some people, right? They were just doing the Lord's bidding, and they even confess it. This guy, and people are just crashing out. That's really what's going on. All right, the spirit of Egypt is failing, and people are crashing out because of it. Okay. So this is Isaiah 45 and 7. This is NLT. I create light and make darkness. I send good times and bad times. I, the Lord Yahweh, am the one who does these things. And let's go to Amos.
3 and 7. No.
3 and 6, actually. I'll start at I'll start at 4, this NLT as well. Amos 3 and 4, it says, does a lion ever roar in a thicket without first finding a victim? Does a young lion growl in its den without first catching its prey? Does a bird ever get caught in a trap that has no bait? Does a trap spring shut when there's nothing to catch? Which basically what's being uttered here is everything's done for a reason. There is no accident. Okay? There's a purpose to everything that happens on earth, whether it be good or evil. This is the point. Verse 6, when the ram's horn blows a warning, shouldn't the people be alarmed? Right? And spiritually, the prophets of Yahweh Shem Shai, we're blowing that warning. And we've been blowing that warning for decades, going back to the apostles and bishops and before them.
That's right.
Okay, shouldn't the people be alarmed? Does disaster come to a city unless the Lord has planned it. You see? So this is not a mistake. The Lord plans everything that happens on earth,
That's right.
whether it be a small thing or a great thing.
That's right.
Okay? And then here's the point. Indeed, the sovereign Lord Yahweh never does anything until he reveals his plans to his servants, the prophets. Why? Because the prophets have to go out and proclaim what the Lord's going to do before he does it. Because one, those that fear the Lord and that are of the hopeful elect need to take heed of these warnings and prep themselves,
That's right.
right? Get right with the Lord. And then when the Lord brings his destruction above the
To see
prepping
before.
of the
That's right.
elect, right? It brings glory to the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahshai. Because when the prophets would prophesy, they would
That's right.
prophesy in the name of the Lord. So as we come out day in and day out prophesying, all right, to the world, letting them know this is what's going to happen. This is why this is happening. All right, and then when it starts to play out in its climax, people are going to have to acknowledge that the prophets were right. This is how it's doing, and that's what we're coming into, where people are no longer going to look at the events of the earth and say it's just an accident. Why? Yeah, you will have that, but it's going to get so bad and so dark, so
That's,
gloomy that the
mhm.
whole world is going to acknowledge the name Yahweh and his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. These are just the beginning of the birth pains, man.
Can you read the next verse? And that's it. And Baba Kishah?
Sure.
Yeah. All right.
Verse
Verse
8, it says, the lion has roared, so what? Exactly. So it says, the lion has roared. So who isn't frightened? The sovereign Lord Yahweh has spoken, so who can refuse to proclaim his message? That's right.
That's right. Yeah, the Lord. Real quick, I just want to say the Lord has Hashem Yahweh Shai has his doomsday perennials in place. He's still roaring, but hey, he's gonna bring the famine soon.
That's right. That's right.
Go ahead, man.
Chow's SUV crashed it minutes later, then hijacked another car. Witnesses described a trail of wrecked vehicles and a suspect determined to keep running.
It was just a really bizarre Monday. It was just out of the blue.
Brian Jones saw it all, literally from his front yard in a quiet South Austin cul-de-sac on La Casa Drive. Police say when Nidecker got to the area, he ditched his clothes in a nearby porta potty. Jones says he then took a shower using a neighbor's backyard hose and was walking down the street naked when he spotted him. The documents show he told officers, quote, I killed a man and a baby girl today in the Target parking lot because I'm Jesus. Criminal defense attorney Amber Vasquez is not connected to the case, but says what's described in these documents raises major legal questions. Police say Nidecker admitted he shouldn't have shot them, and when asked why he spared Chow's wife, who was also in the SUV, he first said because mothers are pure. Then, quote, I guess because I ran out of bullets. Then someone from
Right. And whether you accept this was a spirit or not, well, the Lord said this is what he would do. Look, let's go to Second Thessalonians, um,
Wow.
chapter 2 and 11, because delusion has its levels, man. Okay. It's not just in one form. It plays out in many forms. So this is Second Thessalonians 2 and 11. Let's get to the point. It says, and for this cause, right, Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, shall send them, who's them? The people on earth, okay? Those that are not of the elect. Strong delusion that they shall believe a lie. We always use this to to tie into the big major lie, which is the MOTB. But before the MOTB, spirits, all right, a lot of evil spirits are going to have their ways with the minds of the people in
That's
ways
right.
the world has never seen before. They already have their way with people right now, okay? Because this is their time to rule. But there's going to come a time, all right, where the Lord is going to let them completely loose, and they're going to and these events that we're seeing here on the news about this guy running around and killing people, shooting them down, and he's saying that he's Jesus, which we know that's not the truth. That's not the true name of the Lord. But the Lord said that they're going to believe a lie.
That's right.
You see, an evil spirit can tell you anything. Okay, you're going to have multiple cases of this throughout the four corners of the earth, and heavy in America. Okay, so I'll read it again. And for this cause, Yahweh shall send them strong delusions right? That they shall believe a lie, that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but have pleasure in unrighteousness. Let's get that word delusion real quick.
I have it on deck. Oh, Adam online I have, but if you're gonna get it
Yeah,
on,
go ahead, bring it on, Adam.
right? I'll just go to, to the second part of it. It says technically, delusion is a belief that, though false, has been surrendered to and accepted by the whole mind as a truth. So yes, a lot of people
See?
believe that this guy is doing a good work, but there,
Well,
yeah,
hey,
you do.
this guy, really, these people, remember, he said Jesus told him. So it's not really that these people believe he's doing a good work, because people are terrified by these scenarios. But you're seeing, as this is a great definition. It says technically delusion is a belief that thought, though false, right? Which Jesus Christ is a false. It's a false belief.
Right.
Okay, though false, has been surrendered to. Who surrendered his mind to that belief, that false thought? The spirits, evil spirits, and they got their command from the Most High to do so, and accepted by the whole mind. So that's complete takeover as a truth. This guy truly believed what he was doing was in the name of Jesus Christ, the truth, right? And that was, and he went about, and you even got our own people now, okay, that claim Jesus Christ to be the truth.
See? Wow. 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 Simply put, yeah. I'll just finish it off. It
Yeah.
says illusion, excuse me, Salakia. I'll read it again. Technically, delusion is a belief that, though false, has been surrendered to and accepted by the whole mind as truth. Illusion is an impression that, though false, is entertained
See,
provisionally on the recommendation of the senses or
see?
the imagination.
That's it. It's evil spirits, man.
Yeah.
Evil spirits. Okay. And it
Wow.
says, but awaits full acceptance and
Yeah.
may not influence action. Yeah.
Wow.
So these demons, they stand waiting till they get their orders from the Most High. These spirits, these evil spirits.
Yeah. We've been telling you, people.
Let's go and,
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Beautiful.
yeah. Let's get this in the blue letter.
Bronx G 4106. Plane.
Yeah. And, it says, a wandering, a straying about, one led astray from the right way, roams hither and thither, mental straying, error, wrong opinion relative to morals or religion, error which shows itself in action. So that's what the guy did.
Yeah.
He has
Yeah.
an error in his mind, and it showed itself in action by taking lives. Okay. A
Straight.
wrong mode of acting, error, that which leads into error, deceit, or fraud. Yep. So you get the point, man. Evil spirits are going to be let loose, and you're already seeing different signs or different events play out. But this is going to be rampant. All right, rampant. Multiple people are going to have spirits dealing with their minds and fully surrendered, and their minds are going to be fully surrendered to that evil spirit that's on them. Because why? As you read, I'll read it one more time.
No
2
problem, brother.
Thessalonians 2:11, and for this cause Yahweh shall send them strong delusion, that
Strong.
they should believe a lie. Strong, exactly.
Can't break it.
Right? That's it. That's it. That they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but have pleasure in unrighteousness. So that's the reason.
Yeah, you snake worshippers and you false religion, get ready. You're going to be bitten by your own demons. Anyway, that's it, brother.
Yep. So let's continue on this clip.
Nineker's Bible study said Nineker threw a brick through his home. Police found him naked on.
There was really no reason whatsoever given.
I'm your Brevard County community correspondent, James Sparvero. We have a little more insight now as to why the sheriff's office says a 22-year-old drove from Texas to West Melbourne to kill his own grandparents. The motive has been the big question in this tragedy. Last week before a judge, Jeremiah Campbell broke down as the judge read him his charges, including 2 counts of murder. Just like we saw him crying in court a week ago, this new affidavit from the Brevard Sheriff's Office says Jeremiah Campbell was sobbing uncontrollably and shouting a stream of incoherent words when he was arrested, too. It reads, after Mr. Campbell was detained, he made a spontaneous utterance saying that God told him to send his grandparents to him, and now Satan sees I am a valuable man of the kingdom. He wants
You see? Strong delusion that they should believe a lie.
That's right.
And look at this guy. Holy. This guy looks like a demon. Look at him. Them spirits are, his mind is completely surrendered to them spirits.
And now Satan sees I am a valuable man of the kingdom. He wanted his grandfather dead. Last week, Terry French, whose granddaughter was shot too and survived, told me he lived across Washington Street from George and Mary White, who were in their 80s, for more than 30 years. The sheriff's office says George White ran to Terry's house after Campbell killed his grandmother first.
Best neighbor you ever know. Do anything for you. I hope we get close to an answer. That's the real question I want to know.
Also available for public record now, there's a list of things that sheriff's deputies took from Jeremiah Campbell's grandparents' house. Included in that list, and it doesn't specify to whom these things belong to, but there's guns, prescription medications, and I also noticed a wig and a handwritten note that they seized. I've asked the state attorney's office about what's written on that note. As soon as they share any more in the investigation, we'll update the story again on News 6 and clickorlando.com. In Brevard County, I'm your community correspondent, James Sparvero. News 6.
The image on your screen.
Real quick, let me get this out. It says, God said, God told him to do it. Now Satan sees me as a worthy person for the kingdom.
Worthy, huh? Okay.
This is Isaiah 19. Let me get this out to you.
Beautiful.
Isaiah 19 and we'll go 14. Isaiah 19 and 14. It reads, the Lord Yahweh has sent a spirit of foolishness to them, so all their suggestions are wrong. Not really what I'm looking for. But there is a spirit. There is a perverse spirit being mingled in Egypt.
Oh, that's
yeah, it's in the King James. Isaiah 19 and 14, it says in the King James, the Lord Yahweh has mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof. And they have caused Egypt to err, right? The top governments and officials, health ministers and technocrats, all of them, they're being controlled by evil spirits as well. Okay. And the Lord is going to cause them to go off and err in their work, in their enterprise that they plan to establish on earth, which is the New World Order. Okay. In every work thereof. So they're going to get to a point where everything that they do and they try to do just won't work anymore. They won't have no more access to them spirits, right? No more power to the spiritual realm to get suggestions from spirits, siphon left-hand side power from spirits. Nothing that they use up until this point or whenever this point is, okay, will work anymore. And they're going to completely lose themselves. That's why the scriptures say, knowing he has a short time, they're going to come down with great wrath. Okay. And they that have caught, and it says, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggered in his vomit. So this is a good precept, not really exactly what I wanted to tie into what we're seeing here, but it does play out the fact that a perverse spirit is being mingled in Egypt, which is America today.
That's right.
Now, we'll continue on with this.
I have the word, if you need it at all, okay? Perverse, because we've...
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to add one?
Yeah, etom. Real quick, okay. It's an adjective. It says wicked. Wicked.
Wicked?
Wicked. From the French, perverse, unnatural, degenerate, preserves contrary, and directly from the Latin, turned away, contrary. Ask you, here's the point. Figuratively now, turned away from what is right, wrong, malicious, spiteful, past participle. To
That's what
corrupt.
spirit that this guy was in. Okay, he was in a malicious and spiteful spirit.
That's
He,
right.
he killed his grandparents. All right, but
Mhm.
who sent him? Who sent that evil spirit on him? The Most
Beautiful.
High. That's
That's
the
right.
point.
That's
The
right.
Most High is visiting the earth. He's going to unleash all these evil spirits, and they're going to have a frenzy. They're going to have a field day with the minds of people who are not of the elect, who don't have the Thawa, the mark of exemption.
Straight. Beautiful. Beautiful. You said it at the end. And for you folks at home, man, I hope you didn't miss what was just said. Okay. Now you know who's doing it. Who's in charge of those spirits and who's commanding
Yeah,
those spirits, right? But simply
that's
put,
right.
it's all, hey, let's all from the left. It came out clean. It's all from the left. But who is doing it? So you people need to understand who is running things. The brother read the precept, Isaiah 45 and 17. Anyway, that's all I want to say on that.
So we have here, as you see, it says here, demon sighting Facebook picture going viral. Let us know on Facebook and Twitter. So, hey, whether it's real or not, man, you just don't know anymore. But it's prophecy, and look how big this
Your
thing is.
community correspondent, James Sparvero, News 6.
Straight.
The image on your screen now is taking over social media tonight. It appears to show a shadowy figure that some say looks like a demon.
Look at that. See how
Jeepers
big that
creepers.
looks, too?
Yeah, the eyes of Jeepers. Well,
Yo, hey, man, these angels are nothing to play with, man.
that's
These are
right.
frightening beings. I'm telling you this right now. They are frightening beings, man. And they can appear in whatever form they want to appear in. Like, look at that. If you were walking down the street and you seen something that big, okay, and that menacing looking, you would be frozen in your tracks. You'd be frozen in your steps. You'd probably have a heart attack. Most people would have a heart attack seeing that in real life. But guess what? The Lord's going to send these spirits out on earth, and these evil spirits are going to manifest themselves in the physical plane. This is
That's
why
right.
the scriptures say men's heart are going to be losing men's heart. They're going to lose their heart. Men's heart failing them for fear of what they're seeing.
That's right.
These are just the beginning of the birth pains, man.
Wow. I just want, as you're saying that, because the first damage comes inside the mind. I'm not going to go to the chapter. We might go there later on. Wisdom tells us this. So you people that worship these funny creatures, man, and what have you, man, the Lord's going to terrorize you inside your mind, right, with these images. Simply put, that's all I'm bringing out right now. I'm not going to get too funny with it, but yeah, they're going to terrorize you because you when you look at this image, we take comfort in spirit and in truth when we see it. Okay, we take comfort, but you
Yep.
people, the Lord mess you up.
In the hopes that we're of the elect. To be
Well,
honest,
this is it, my
you know
brother.
what I mean. In the hopes they're of the elect, because anytime that the prophets saw angels, man, they comes down peacefully.
Tomorrow.
Just like how when people saw prophets, they said the same thing.
That's right.
You know, you see, hey, and this is why the scriptures say, "Listen, man, this thing's going to shake up the whole world. It's going to shake up the whole world. Even the elect are going to be frightened." But it
Absolutely.
says, "What will be comforted." So
Mhm.
it's one thing to be frightened and not to find comfort. Where the elect, everybody will be frightened, but the elect will receive comfort. Right? Everybody will be tested, but the elect will receive mercy, and everybody will be judged, but the elect will receive mercy. You know, so
Mhm.
it's hey, the scriptures say that the elect, right, were scarcely saved
Please come.
because everything is done in hope and faith. All right,
That's
you're
right.
hoping that the Lord is having mercy on you, so you just keep moving forward because there's no looking back at this point. There never has been,
Mm.
but how much more when we get to the height of Jacob's trouble?
Wow.
He posted the image to his Facebook page. Since then, it's been shared thousands of times, with people debating, though, whether they see a demon or an angel.
This is why Peter.
You see, they can't figure it out.
They can't figure it out.
He knows what he told them, right? It's only for the elect to figure out. Go ahead, brother.
Right.
Take your time.
No, man, you're right. You can't figure it out. It's only for the elect.
Wow.
Okay, so let's get this precept. And then we're gonna move on to the next clip. Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon.
Beautiful. Go in there.
17.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, you already know. You already know what I'm gonna bring up.
Bring it out. Wow. Praises to you.
So Wisdom of Solomon 17. And hey, like I said, that which is then is now. Okay, as the scriptures say, that which is then is now. And this happened in ancient Egypt. And here we are in spiritual Egypt all over again. And guess what? What happened in ancient Egypt will only become close to what's going to happen to spiritual Egypt, which is America. So it's going to be a crazy time, man. A crazy, crazy time.
That's
So
right.
this is Wisdom of Solomon 17 and 1. O Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, your acts of judgment are marvelous, and hard to explain. That is why people who had not been taught about them went astray. When right?
Yeah, it's
when
just
lawless,
Salaka,
yep.
that's just a
Go ahead.
code for them
No, go ahead.
rejecting it. Right? So how are you gonna be
Yeah.
if you reject it, how are you gonna be taught?
Exactly. Yeah.
Right? The prophets are here again all over. They're sent and they tell you time after time, and you keep scoffing time after time. So you're not gonna learn this. Anyway,
That's
go
right.
ahead.
It says, when lawless people imagined that they had your holy nation in their power, they were, and this is spiritual, man, because and prophetic at the same time, because at that time the lawless people were the Egyptians and the holy nation was Israel. In this time, the lawless people includes the heathens, the natural heathens, Esau, and everybody else, but also 2/3 of our people. They're lawless too. All right, and the holy nation this time is just the elect. Okay, you have you have Israel, and then you have the Israelite of God, the Israelites of the Most High, which is the elect. So when the lawless people imagined that they had your holy nation in their power, they were themselves imprisoned in a long night of darkness.
That's right.
They lay in their own houses, shut off from your eternal care. No mercy. You see?
That's right.
Everybody's going to be judged, but the elect will receive mercy with judgment with mercy. You see?
That's right. That's right.
So it says,
Our
verse 3.
execution, the Lord's going to execute mercy for his elect.
That's right.
Hopefully elect. Go ahead, brother. It's okay.
Yep. It says, they thought that their sins had been secret and unnoticed, shielded from view by a dark curtain of forgetfulness, of the mind. And like the elder brought out, forgetfulness of mind, really that goes into rebellion.
Rebellion. Beautiful.
Okay, rebellion. You rebelled against the truth. You despised the truth, so the Most High blocked your mind from receiving it. Okay?
Yeah, beautiful.
That which is then is now. The same spirits that rejected Yahweh Shem Shai in the past are the same spirits that are being rejected by Yahweh Shem Shai now.
Yeah, you get hardened, like that Pharaoh, so to speak. Same expression. Wow.
But now they were horribly afraid, confused, and terrified by ghostly forms. Okay? Look at that image.
Wow. See? Wow. Wow.
Serious.
That's serious, man. That's serious.
Share thousands of times with people.
Ghostly forms, man. Imagine seeing that thing.
It's in your it's in their minds forever. The Lord has sealed it in their minds. Wow, it's over.
So it says, not even the dark corners where they lay could protect them from fear. They were surrounded by horrible noises, grim ghosts with gloomy faces appeared before their eyes. Hey, man, the Most High is nothing to play with, man.
That's right.
Nothing to play with. Okay,
That's right.
you must skip down. The whole chapter is good. The whole chapter is
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Take your
But
time.
just gonna get the points.
That's right.
This is skip down to 15. Let me start at 14. It says, all night long, those people slept the same restless sleep, even though the night had held no power over them. Since, yeah, see, so it means they're being plagued in their mind. The night held no power over them means that they weren't really catching any hell outside in the physical plane. Okay, but in their minds, they can't sleep based upon what they might have saw yesterday. They might
Mm-hmm.
have saw somebody get their head blown off, or they seen some wild animal tear apart a pregnant woman with her baby inside, or they might have seen a strange apparition just completely let loose on individuals, and somehow they got away, and they can't sleep. Why? Because they're being troubled in their mind, as it says.
There you go.
All night long, those people slept the same restless sleep, even though the night held no power over them. Since they came from the powerless depths of the world of the dead, well, they're incorporating hell in the GNT, but hell is going to be a condition. Okay, these people are going to be in a condition of hell in the height of Jacob's trouble. Verse 15 is the point here. They were chased by hideous forms. Hideous forms. They were chased by hideous forms and laid paralyzed as they surrendered themselves to the sudden, unexpected fear that came over them. People would suddenly collapse and lie locked in the chains of their own fear. Okay? People collapsed and lied locked in the chain of their own fear.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a crazy time, man.
Yeah.
Look
They're
at that image.
overwhelmed. So, they're overwhelmed by ghostliness inside their minds, and they can actually see it. And
Yes,
that's
sir.
why, going back to that image real quick, I can see a lot of different things in that image, by the way, but I'm comforted by what I see. But you people are bugged
Mhm.
out. I have the word ghostly if you as an adjective. If it's quick, if you want me to bring
Yeah,
it
go
out,
ahead.
it says ghostly as an adjective. It says gas. The word ghastly comes from Gastlic, ghastly. It says spiritual. You see, holy, not of the flesh, clerical, also supernatural, spectral, pertaining to or characteristics of a ghost. Okay. So what jumps out at me there is spiritual. So it's put in your minds. It's put in your minds to for you wicked out there to torment you. Right. That's how you're going to get comforted. You're going to
Mhm.
get comforted. You wicked, because in other words, the Lord is telling you that He's running things here, and He's running things in your mind. You're not running anything. Nobody's running anything. Only those who the Lord had put into place, okay, to
Yeah.
run it. Simply put,
It
that's
also
it.
says good or bad spirit, angel,
See,
demon, person, man,
beautiful.
human, right? A
Mm-hmm.
good or bad spirit.
Spirit. There you go. See, supernatural.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Even says here, it says used in forming words involving the notion of excitement, amazement, or fear, right? Source also of Sanskrit, hida, wrath,
Mm-hmm.
right? Horrible, frightful.
Wow. Wow. Starts in the mind, and it plays out before your eyes. Wow.
All right. So get this over here. Again, this is from Jason A.
Mm-hmm.
Fair use, fair use, fair use. We're not making money we're not, none of the channels on this panel is making any money from this video. Just being shown for educational purposes only. Fair use, fair use, fair use.
Wow.
It's changing. But I see where a lot of people have been talking about the same topic, about how their life, this is what they're saying in the comment section, that their life doesn't feel the same to them anymore. Kind of like they're half in this world and half out of this world. And I just want you guys to know, for the ones that feel that way, that you're not alone, because I feel that way every single day. Every single day, I no longer feel like the person I once was. And it's almost like I don't even recognize life anymore. I mean, here I've been on this planet for 54 years, but this world feels so foreign to me. And ever since COVID, it seemed like we went through some kind of like time shift. And it just seems like everything is happening so much faster now. I know that things go faster as you get older. I understand that, but I'm not talking about that kind of thing. It seems like everything is in like extreme fast forward. The days fly by. There just seems like there isn't enough time to even get two things done in a day. Two things before it's time to go to bed. It's like, Jesus, I didn't even have time to do two things. I have been trying to convey in a video what I'm talking about, and I'm not able to.
Let me get this real quick. This is Second Esdras. Yeah, because hey, we've been saying this with ad nauseam. You know, time is speeding up. Because hey, if the Lord does not speed up the time, man, everything is going to be destroyed. Everything. So let's go to Second Esdras.
He's going to destroy, but all praises to Yahweh Hashem Yoshai. He's not going to suffer his elect, because he has already chosen it. But go ahead. Wow.
Yeah, that's why it tells you that in Matthew 24 is for the elect's sake.
Beautiful.
You know, it's for the sake of the elect that everything is being sped up, because hey, we're being warned out. Yahweh of the elect, we're being warned out, man. But it's the spirit of Yahweh Shemel that's keeping us to endure.
That's right.
Okay. So this is the straight to the point. It says, 2 Ezra 4:26. Then answered he me and said, the more thou searchest, right? And people are searching in their minds as this guy is searching and thinking and meditating upon what's going on around him, right? So the more thou searchest, the more thou shalt marvel. Okay, and this guy's marveling that we're playing out. He's marveling. He's thinking like, wow, everything's speeding up. Like people are coming to an understanding that something spiritual is taking place and has been taking place the whole time. Okay. So it says, then answered he me and said, the more thou searchest, the more thou shalt marvel. For the world hastens fast to pass away. Okay. And cannot comprehend the things that are promised to the righteous in the time to come. Wow. For this world is full of unrighteousness and infirmities, man.
See, that's right.
Okay, so hey, and this is what him and many other people are realizing. And the last to realize it and wake up to it is going to be Jake. Okay, because that's how gone Jake is. But you have these Edomites, well-to-do Edomites, so to speak. They're waking up to the fact that, hey, yo, I've been drunk the whole time, and now they're sobering up.
Yeah, they're sobering up, all right. I won't give them that, but I will say that they're walking around half dead. But that's a sober part.
These people are completely dead. Yeah, they're completely. Look at his eyes.
Yeah, you see, it's a dead man walking. He's in and out. Wow.
Look at him. There's no hope in those eyes.
There's some dead eyes. He's dead. One foot in, 1 foot out, right? Wow. It's a spirit that's on the world, man. It's a perverse spirit.
How in the hell did we go from what we remember the world being like to this? How did it come to this? Where every single did we go video what I'm talking about, and I'm not able to do it, you guys. I'm just not able to put my finger on it. How in the hell did we go from what we remember the world being like to this? How did it come to this? Where every single thing is a fortune. I was talking to Roger today because I had to run a couple of dump truck loads of soil for him today because he's got a new mobile home coming into his park. And when he come to pick me up, he told me, he says, Jesus, Gabby says today, just to go out your front door before you even do anything, he said it's $100. Because I told him I went to the dentist today and just to have this tooth right here, a filling in that tooth right there, because I was getting a tiny little cavity. $560 today for a little tiny filling in that tooth. And I told Roger, I said it was $560. And he's like, holy shit. He says, yeah, it cost a lot of money just to leave your house today. What the hell happened to life? What the hell happened to this world? What the hell happened to people? Nobody wants to do anything anymore. Nobody wants to get together anymore. Nobody cares about anything. You can't even talk to people about anything today and have them even give a damn about anything. Nobody cares. This world is just like gray. if I could sum it up in one word, it's literally like life today is just gray, like this sweatshirt. It's like life lost all of its excitement, all of its happiness, all of its joy.
It's comforting, eh? Because
Yeah, it's
hey,
comforting.
the Lord's been telling us this. We woke up to the truth, and we've been working on our own salvation, starting with the apostles, bishops, and elders on down,
Come
while everybody else was getting drunk out of their minds,
on.
literally getting drunk out of their minds.
That's right.
And now the Lord is pouring His Spirit out upon all flesh, and people are waking up to the fact that shit, what's going on here? Something's happening. I can't put my finger on it. I don't know why, but things are just gray. And this guy, he's most likely, he's well-to-do, most likely. He has a lot of forest here. Probably has nice, beautiful, great credit. A nice home. Basically everything you could want in the American dream, but yet it's not enough.
That's
Well,
right.
let's get this real quick. Jeremiah 51, and give it to the NLT. Jeremiah 51:7. I'm going to read down to 9.
Mm-hmm.
Jeremiah 51:7. It says, Babylon, in NLT, Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hands, a cup that made the whole earth drunk. The nations drank Babylon's wine, and it drove them all mad. That's why you see people crashing out, killing their grandparents, killing randoms, right? People are waking up to the fact that everything that they were sold was a lie. Everything they were told was a lie. They were always in a state of psychosis. It's just a false sense of reality. But suddenly, Babylon too has fallen. Weep for her, give her medicine, perhaps she can be healed. Right? You want the old America back, make America great again, right? Well, it's never going to be great again. It's going to be great in destruction. Okay.
That's right.
We would have helped her if we could, but nothing can save her now. Let her go, abandon her. Return now to your own lands, for her punishment reaches to the heavens. It is so great, it cannot be measured, right? So, hey, times going to get real rough in America, and it's going to get to the point, and people are foreseeing that. They're looking at everything that's playing out. They're like, yo, we got to get out of here. This place is done. And people are moving. People are leaving America. They're moving. They're leaving Canada. Canada is neighbors to America. So they understand that this side of the world is completely through, right? Primarily America.
That's right.
Let's go back here.
Oh, you read verse. I'm Salaki. You read verse 8 already, right? But you read it in the NLT.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, because I was looking at Salaki. I was scanning.
No, it's all good.
It's all good.
Out of everything that made up a wonderful life, it's like none of it exists anymore. People are just like robots going about their daily routine and their business, and they're all just going to bed the same as everyone else, and the days just fly by, and nobody does anything anymore. Nobody wants to do anything anymore. People are just content with just sitting and being on their phones or being on the internet and accomplishing nothing. But life today is so drastically different that it almost seems like my entire past was a dream. And then I woke up from that dream, and this is the reality that's always been. And it's nowhere near as good as what the dream was. That's what it seems like to me. What made it like that? Was it COVID? Was it some psychological experiment that changed us all? Unbeknownst to any of us? Did something happen to us that we're not even aware of? I don't even recognize the world anymore today. And anything I go out there and do doesn't have the same feel as it once did. Not the way I remember it being. It's not even close to being the same. It's not even comparable. Maybe someone watching this video will be able to explain it better than I ever could in the comment section down below.
Well, that's why the Lord put a spirit on us to do a video on it right now. We're explaining it.
You know how you guys feel when you think and you see the world the same way it feels to me, or is it just me? Is it just me? First, a major announcement.
Right? So, hey, man, listen, he said, why is this happening? How is this happening? Well, it's the spirit of prophecy. It is the spirit of prophecy, man. The power of prophecy is changing the world. Okay, we're speaking the destruction of this man's rulership into existence. And we're also speaking, all right, the kingdom of heaven into existence. The Lord is using the prophets to do so.
That's right.
This is Daniel chapter 12, verse 4. And it says here, but you, Daniel, it is the NLT. Keep this prophecy a secret. Seal up the book until the time of the end. Right?
Praises to Yahweh Shai. Good, brother.
God, when many will rush here and there, and will not, and knowledge will increase. Okay,
That's
and
right.
that's what's happening. Knowledge is increased, but the point is what? The spirit of prophecy. It's prophecy, man.
That's
Right? Hey,
right.
I'll read.
Verse 9. Read verse 9 and then go to the next
Okay,
one.
fine.
Bab Kasha. Just jumping down in there. All praises. Go
Yeah.
ahead, brother. Mm-hmm.
Oh, let me read 3 and I'll jump down to 9. Those who are wise will shine as bright as the sky, and those who lead many to righteousness will shine like stars forever. We'll skip down.
Mm-hmm.
It says, verse 9, but he said, go now, Daniel, for what I have said is kept secret and sealed until the time of the end. It says, many will be purified, cleansed, and refined by these trials, right, which is the elect, but the wicked will continue in their wickedness,
Wicked ways.
and none of them will understand.
That's
Beautiful.
right. There you go.
Only those who are wise.
Take your time, brother. Salakia. Go ahead.
Only those who are wise will know what it means.
See? Yeah.
Beautiful.
You answer this question, but will he
Yep.
receive it and come to the prophet? No. Well,
Yeah.
because he's sealed.
Most likely not. Yeah.
I just have one precept to bring out. I'm going to go to the book of
Yes.
Ezra because he agreed perfectly in the spirit with Daniel because it was shown to him. Second Ezra's, the 14th chapter. I'm going to read just 2 verses, 38 and 39. It's just a linking precept to what was read there. So let me just pull it up here.
38, 39?
Yeah, of Second Ezra's 14. Baba Kasha. 38. Second Ezra's 14, 38 and 39. Straight to the point on who prophecy is revealed to.
You want me to read it for you?
I was just pulling it up.
Oh, okay, fine. All right, you got it. You got it.
Yeah. So, real quick. Let me see that. Wait a minute. Let me see. I think I pulled the wrong book. Slack it. 1 second there. Right? Yeah. That's right. Start at the verse before that because it was just an illustration of who was given wisdom and understanding. Second is
yeah.
Okay.
So this is Second Ezra 14 and 37. It says in the King James, so I took the 5 men as he commanded me, and we went into the field and remained there. And the next day, behold, a voice called me, saying, Ezra, open thy mouth and drink that I give thee to drink.
Yeah, so
then
I just wanted to say that, as you can clearly see, this is a completely contrary to what that demon is going through. He gets to see wickedness and can't comprehend. Ezra is the prophet of the Lord, gets to see the whole thing, right, and humbles himself. That's what it goes into. The elect will humble themselves because they're led of the Spirit, right? The voice spoke to him, right? Go ahead.
Yeah. So it says, then open I my mouth, right, and behold, he reached me a full cup, which was full as it were with water, but the color of it was like fire.
Wow.
Right? And I took it and drank, and when I had drunk of it, my heart uttered understanding, and grew in my breast, for my spirit strengthened my memory. Right? That's to say, for ye once knew this.
That's right.
I stir up your pure minds, for ye once knew this.
That's right.
Right? And it says, and my mouth was open and shut no more. That's the prophets. They will not hold their peace. I will send you prophets, and they will not hold their peace. Why? Because the Holy Spirit, which is both fire and water, Okay, it's a cleansing agent, both with fire
Beautiful.
and water. Okay,
Beautiful.
it's the Holy Spirit that has the prophets consistently prophesying day in and day out, nonstop.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
That's right. That's right. That's right. And that number 5, I know 4 is mercy, mercy for the elect. All right. I can't remember what 5 represents.
it's supposed to represent power, but
Power. Okay, go ahead. Straight. That's the point.
yeah.
That's
So let me get Romans 13 and 11. I got one more, and then that'll be it for me.
mm-hmm.
Romans 13 and 11. It says, this is the point. It says, this is all the more urgent for you. No, it's not good. This is all the more urgent for you know how late it is. Time is running out. Wake up, for our salvation is nearer now than we first believed. The night is almost gone. The day of salvation will soon be here. So remove your, you know what? Before I read this, I'll end up on that.
Take your
Let
time.
me get this. You're going through everything as great. Basically, the spirit is changing. The world is changing.
That's right.
So this is Isaiah
19 years, right? Yeah.
Oh no, I read this already. Slacking. Oh, Revelation. Slacking. Revelation 18 and 22. So Revelation 18 and 22, NLT, says, the sounds of harps, singers, flutes, trumpets will never be heard in you again. No craftsmen and no trade will ever be found in you again. The sound of the mill will never be heard in you again. The light of the lamp will never shine in you again, right? The happy voices of brides and grooms will never be heard in you again, the U.S. America. For your merchants were the greatest in the world,
Mm-hmm.
and you deceived the nations with your sorceries.
Mm-hmm.
In your streets flowed the blood of the prophets,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because they'll kill some of us in concentration camps and wherever. And of Yahweh's holy people, and the blood of people slaughtered all over the world, right? So the main point here is 22 and 23. Before this happens, literally in the sense of the destruction of America via thermonuclear fire, it's going to happen spiritually. Spiritually, the spirit of Egypt will fail.
That's
Everything
right.
is going to be done and away with. It won't be as it once was because the Lord has taken the light of a lamp out of it.
Beautiful.
Will never
Beautiful.
shine in you again.
That's right.
Okay.
Beautiful.
All right. So my last precept here, Romans 13 and 11. It says in NLT, this is all the more urgent for you. For you is all the more urgent. For you know how late it is. Time is running out. Wake up, for our salvation is nearer now than we first believed.
That's
See,
right.
the night is almost gone. The day of salvation will soon be here. So we're almost done the night, man. We're almost done the night. That's
Right.
why everything's going to intensify in one moment because we're almost done. It's going to happen super quick. It's like, look how fast 2025 is. We're 2025 went. We have 4 to 3 months left until we're in 2026. Like that. Okay. So remove your dark deeds. Let dirty clothes, and put on the shining armor of right living. Right? Wow, there's a grace period.
That's right.
Right living, which is Padnasri Yahushua. Because we belong to the day, we must live decent lives for all to see. Don't participate in the darkness of wild parties and darkness and drunkenness, or in sexual promiscuity and immoral living, or in quarreling and jealousy. Instead, clothe yourself with the presence of the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, and don't let yourselves think about ways to indulge your evil desires.
Beautiful.
Wow. Yeah, man. Stay on that straight path, because that's what leads to righteousness and salvation and mercy in the time of judgment.
That's right. Straight.
All right, that's it for me. You got anything, Malak?
Yeah, just real quick. One verse. It's from the book of Psalms,
Yes.
just chiming into what was said there, right? So the
Mhm.
dark time, going into Psalms 30 and 5. Just one precept. You just pull that up because just wanted to chime in on looking forward to the breaking of the day and ending the dark time. So it says here, Psalms 30 and 5. Just pulling it up. See? Second. So
You want to pull it up, or you got it?
I got that. Hold on.
Okay.
Just pull it. So it says, real quick, Psalms 30 and 5. I'm going to read from the 4th verse. It says, sing unto Yahweh. I'm going to read from the KJV. Sing unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, O ye saints of his, and give thanks at the remembrance of his holiness, for his anger endureth but a moment. In his favor, right, which is grace, his grace, right, his life weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. You see?
Beautiful.
Simply put, man. So yeah, dark times are coming, and we promise that we'll be comforted.
Coming fast.
The dark times, as in the ending of dark times, but we're looking forward to the light. The light coming. The light. We're looking for the light coming. That's what the precept's going into. Simply put, yeah. So yes, definitely.
Beautiful.
Favor and mercies with the elect. That's it.
So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying and straightforward. All right, straightforward and edifying for the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. We're going to close. We're going to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders. The great millstone rule well and have taught us his word in truth and sincerity. Peace and mercy to the hopeful elect, starting with the 144,000. All right, and the innumerable multitude that sincerely believe upon the names of Yahweh and his only begotten Son, Yahushai. All right. Soon time we'll be out of here, man. Stay on that straight path. Stay self-disciplined, because we're in for a bumpy ride, man. We're in for a serious bumpy ride. So we got to hold on to what we've been taught. Hold fast, right? Baba Ball, Kwama Shalom, and Shalom to the hopeful elect.
Shalom to the hopeful elect.